Anyway, it's good to be here. I gotta tell you, seniors, you are a movement of people. And man, are we glad when we have a movement. I tell you, I got some devastating news the other day. I lost an inch. Yep, from my height, that age qualifying 6 feet tall, I'm only 5'11". And I'm concerned, so I took one of those self-defense classes, and I'm glad I did because the instructor, he got me to think. He said, Virginia, imagine yourself walking down a dark alley, and there's a guy waiting in the bushes to pounce on you. What are you gonna do? And I said, well, I'm gonna hope that he gets one look at my size, and he waits for the next one. Too much work. Besides, I got a short friend, bait. Yeah. So how many of you in here, anybody newlyweds, any married people? Yay! No, you're not with your husband. Okay, I get it. Okay. My husband and I are celebrating 22 years married this year. Yeah. I got to thinking about it. You know, marriage is difficult. When I first got married, the first 4 years, I used to set the alarm, wake up in the morning, and I'd reapply my makeup and slide back into bed. Isn't that the way it goes? Yeah, well, I got home late one night and I forgot to set the alarm clock. Woke up the next morning, and my husband looked at me, and he looked at the pillow. And then he looked at me. There it was, right on the pillow. My face rubbed off. Yeah, he looked at me, he kissed the pillow. I take up my makeup off at night because I'll be darned if that pillow gets more action than me. So I got to thinking about relationships. And I thought if we were to describe our relationships in a song, a gal who's dating might sing, breaking up is hard to do. And an engaged woman, she would probably sing, go into the chapel and we're gonna get married. And the married lady, she'd probably sing, wasted days and wasted nights. There's plenty of wasted days and nights when you have kids. But I ran into some people at Walmart, and I freak out on how people in New Mexico talk about their kids. You know, Walmart, you know, the Chicano mall where people have family reunions. Anyway, she said, you should see my daughter. She's cuter than shit. I hope so. And then her husband pipes in, he says, you should see my son. He's smarter than shit. And if he's not, does that make you shit for brains? All I kept thinking was, please don't tell me your kids are sweeter than shit. I don't want to know how you came to that conclusion. Now, I've lived in New Mexico off and on since about 1984, and I love it here. I fit in here. But there's one reason, and one reason only why I moved here. I was passing through Albuquerque, and I saw this big sign with red letters. It said Gorditas, and it had an arrow pointing into a restaurant. Gorditas are chubby girls. I even saw a couple of them walk in. And I thought to myself, any place that caters to fat girls, I'm moving there. One last word of advice, senior ladies. Yeah, I'm coming up on 52 this month, man, I'm telling you. And you know what? I'm still hot. It just comes in flashes. My name's Virginia Gonzalez.